Mahanidhi Swami Gaudiya Vaisnava Shri Nanda Shri Chandra Hari Katha Hari Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama. You have a question?
Like what Jesus says. I think what Jesus says. I check. Yes, match it.
No question. What is your question? So shout here 7 Shakti Tattva. God. Well, Tatasta Shakti, Sandini, and all that stuff.
I can ask one question.
Okay.
Is on this verse of Vrindavana Mahimamrita.
Okay.
That there is one point that I cannot understand.
Okay.
Because there Prabhupada Saraswati is saying that he preferred to live in Vrindavan without any devotion to Krishna instead of living outside of Vrindavan and have a devotion for Krishna. So, if you please can explain.
This is verse number 1. Says 1.
One of, I think, the second chapter. I don't remember.
This is a question in Vrindavan Mahimamrita by Prabhupada Saraswati, where he's saying different prayers, how he's fanatically attached to Vrindavan. So this is one prayer. I'd rather live in Vrindavan as an insect than live as a liberated soul with an eternal body full of knowledge and bliss. I'd rather live in Vrindavan as a forest of the poor than live elsewhere with unlimited wealth. I'd rather live in Vrindavan as a person devoid of any devotion than live elsewhere with desire to attain happiness of serving Krishna, lover of the gopis. So this is different verses or different categories of verses. So this is a Mahima verse. The idea of this verse is to glorify Vrindavan. That he wants to live in Vrindavan and anywhere else. He doesn't care about anything else. So the main point, what is the author trying to say here? What is the intention of the author? He's suggesting, he's recommending that don't live anywhere but live in Vrindavan. That's all he's saying. He said, I don't want to be a liberated soul in my kunta. Because he's just saying, what does he say here? Govijana Ramana Labdo Na. I don't want to be even, in other words, he wants to stay in Vrindavan, and the implication is because he, who is he? Prabhupada Saraswati. He is she. And she is her, you're her, your she is she, and my she, my he is she. So he's just saying he doesn't want to live anywhere, even he says, even if I don't want to live anywhere else in Vrindavan, even if I can serve Radha Raman outside Vrindavan. Like he's saying, even The basic idea of this Vrindavan Mahimamrita verse is stay in Vrindavan. Even if this Vrindavan Krishna goes out of Vrindavan, I'm not leaving Vrindavan. That's what he says. He says, Gopi Brahman. He says, the lover of the gopis, if he goes out of Vrindavan, still I won't leave Vrindavan. But he doesn't mention Radharani. He said, if Krishna go, I will leave Vrindavan. Radharani leaves, then I'll leave. But that verse is not about that. That verse is attached and it's glory. It's a Mahima of Vrindavan, because it's Vrindavan Mahimamrita. So every verse is connected to that ultimately. The glories of living Vrindavan. He said, I don't want to live as a Mukta Purusha, and he's going through different examples. I don't want to be a wealthy person, I don't want to be a Vaikunthavasi, even Krishna, the lover of the gopis. If he goes out of Vrindavan, so I'll not leave Vrindavan. So he's just emphasizing a fanatic, like everything he writes is fanaticism, fanatical attachment to Vrindavan, which is good. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Sham, Jaya Jaya Sri Vrindavan, Pavana Radhe, Pavana Sham, Pavana Sri Vrindavan, Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Sham, Jaya Jaya Sri Vrindavan, Vrindavan ki Jai, Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. That's a good way to start class. Glories of Vrindavan. Hello out there in Ukraine land, and Ekta from Mumbai, and Shaminodni from what's it called? Ukraine, and Jayarani from Croatia. Oh, she's there. Yashaswini from London. And who else is out there? Sudhi from somewhere in India. Bangalore, I don't know where she is. She moves around. And Kishori from Paris.
Gopinath.
Huh?
Gopinath.
Gopinath in Moldova. Jai Gopinath. He's in Moldova with his cow and his horse. He plows with horses. I saw a picture. Lawns his field. Oh, it's not turned on. That's good. So, hello everybody. Anybody have any questions? What's going on with this thing? Feedback? Maybe it's okay. I just have to speak closer. Let's have the feedback. Radhe. Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham. Any questions?
I want to understand
Okay, well, Gopal.
why Radharani is called Gandharvika. Means what is the significance of
Why is Radharani called Gandharvika? She's called everything. A to Z. There's 1,000 names for Radharani, 108 names for Radharani. Sahasranam, everywhere is a lot of different names. Radharani is Durga, Radharani is Shakti, is Radharani, ultimately. She's Sarva Shakti Mahi Radharani. So Gandharvika is a Shakti of dancing and singing. And most people learn dancing and singing from some teacher. But Radharani didn't learn dancing or singing from anyone. She's Swaprakat, she's self-manifested. She's an expert singer and dancer. Krishna learned singing and dancing from Radharani. And Rasik Jan, they say, why is Radharani called Gandharvika? Because when she changes her clothes in the morning, her petticoat slips off, the manjari's dressed her, and her petticoat falls on the ground. And when a fragrant petticoat, the petticoat of Radharani, is slip under her sari, it has all the fragrance of her natural fragrance of her body, and it hits the earth, The earth contains the quality of ganda. G-A-N-D-H-A. Ganda means fragrance. Saurabh. So Krishna says in Gita,
Yes.
now, the original fragrance of the earth. Prithvi,
Ganda.
Prithvi, Saurabh,
Ganda.
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 Because Prithvi Gandhasmi, I am the original fragrance of the earth. This is a verse from Bhagavad Gita. So he says, so he's like egoistic as usual. He's claiming that he's the original fragrance of the earth, but we know better. We know better than Bhagavad Gita. Because he always try to take all the glories of Radharani away from Radharani. That's always there, you know. Men are so envious of women, you know. That's the underlying current of the world. So, when the fragrance of the earth is not from Krishna, it's from Radharani. So that's why she's called Gandharvika. So we meditate on Radharani as a great dancer, great singer, and you know the Gandharvas from the heavenly planets. Why is it described in the Puranas when they describe Radharani's Lila Rasa when she's dancing? It says the Gandharvikas are showering flowers. So that's their way of saying bravo, bravo, very good, very good, balo, balo, kubalo. Because they can't dance like Radharani, they can't sing like Radharani, so they're just fold their hands in awe and reverence and shower flowers. Parijat and all kinds of celestial flowers they shower on Radharani. When Radharani walks on the Mother Earth, when she puts her foot on the earth, lifts it up, a lotus flower grows there where she put her foot. Just like it's described in Dharma Shastra, that if you buy land, before you build your house, you should keep cows on the land. They should walk on the land and pass poop there. Gober. Especially walk. If the cow's feet walk around the land, your land, it becomes very auspicious. Removes all negativity and creates perfect vastu. I had a bunch of cows. I paid a guy 100 rupees a day from the neighborhood. He had 4 or 5 cows. They keep his cows here for about 2 months. And it's pooping around the place. And they were living on the grass and whatever it was, weeds or whatever it was. You know. So I paid every day he took his cows over here. When I built the boundary wall and it was started, before I started building, for about 2 months getting permission and mature and all kinds of things like that, legal. And then the cows were every 2 months, 100 rupees rent a day, cow rent. Then they walking all around, you know. It's really nice. So that's the cows are so auspicious, what to speak around on. So her footprints are all over, that verse is there from Radha
Radha Kara Vichita Parlavallari Radha Padanka Vilasan
Radha Padanka Madrasa
Vilasan Madrastalike.
Radha Padanka Vilasan Madrastalike.
Radha
Padanka.
Radha Padanka Vilasan Madrastalike. Radha Padanka, the feet, Anka means marks. Radharani marks the Lila styles of Vrindavan with her lotus footprints. So that's why we go to these places. Because Radharani's still moving in all these places. And we go there right after she's there. We go to Radha Kunda at 4 o'clock, we can still see Radharani's footprints. The Madhava and God and Lita Kunda, Vishaka Kunda. Yeah? So one Baba told me, he said, do you roll in the dust of Radha Kunda? I said, no. He said, you should. I said, where? He said, you should roll between, no, where to roll. You should roll between Krishna's Kaviraj's Vajrakutir, and the steps of following God. If you're really in ecstasy, roll down the steps. Blah, 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 blah. Then you get your head all cracked up, then you have a shotgun. So what do they say? So don't do it now. So cracked up. Guru Sakya.
Yeah.
And read between the lines, understand. The Vyanjana Vritti, or implied meaning, roll in the dust. He's asking about Gandharvika because he got initiated 2 days ago. And I wrote a mantra, word Gandharvika is there. So that's why he's asking about Gandharvika. He's his brother. He's Govinda, he's Gopal. GG, Govinda Gopal. Okay, well, second question.
I asked, for now, no. Maybe we'll come later.
Okay.
Gurudev,
Yeah.
in Madhurya Kadamini, Krishna Chakravarti Pad describes Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganu Bhakti are two types of sadhana bhakti. And I was reading actually Bhakti Sandarbha, I think around 315 or 316 Anuched. In the commentary it is written that from Vaidhi Bhakti there is a chance of getting Raganuga Bhakti.
Yeah.
Please explain. Because whatever I heard is like Bhakti Bhagavat Karunya, Bhakta Karunya, Matra Labhaika Hetuka. So we get actually through Krishna or through a devotee who is having that greed, and Raganuga Bhakti starts from there. How Vaidhi Bhakti there is a chance of getting Raganuga?
What's the question? I know what you're saying. What's your question?
I could not understand how from Vaidhi Bhakti there is a chance of getting Raganuga Bhakti. That is
Sarvarvanavartate. Vaidhi Bhakti, there's 64 lines of Vaidhi Bhakti, which are also practiced. Most of them are practiced in Raganuga Sadhana.
Yes.
And the last limb of Sadhana Bhakti chapter is number 309, which you're quoting, that Raganuga Bhakti you get greed to practice Raganuga Bhakti from Krishna or devotee. But the fourth limb, that's 309, that's verse 309, way in the beginning of the chapter, the fourth verse describing Sadhana Bhakti says Sarvarvanavartate. He's associating with sadhus, following the footsteps of the sadhus. So part of Vaidhi sadhana is associating with Mahatmas. So one of those Mahatmas may be a Raganuga Bhakti. And that Raganuga Bhakti blesses you with interest in Rag Marg. So many people come here and they go away, they buy my book, or they just, take it, or silly watching the store, There's a sweet shop, and nobody in the shop, everybody just takes whatever they want. So I usually, after a Monday, I list out there's a cover sheet on my book table over there. I see what books are missing. I go down and put them back. It's stuck again. I don't get any money, but the books go out. It doesn't matter, they're already paid for. But so the person you're practicing Vaidhi, so many people come here, and from these books, and from this class, they get inspiration to practice Raganuga Bhakti, that's what I'm saying. And they're practicing Vaidhi Bhakti when they walk in the door, and when they come in next week, they start Raganuga Bhakti. Because they go to my book table, what books are interesting here? Oh, Sankalpa Juna, Bhavasara Sangra, Krishnaka Kumudi, Sarda Darshini, Madhava Mahotsav. They go out, and Sri Chaitanya Maharaj Raghunath Bhakti. They go out. So they come back next week. Why in Rock Bhakti? He sort of asks me. So it goes like that. I mean, let's look at yourself. I mean, you're practicing Raghunath Bhakti your whole life? Most everybody practicing Raghunath Bhakti started sometime, but usually they start after they practice Vaidhi Bhakti. Not necessarily. You can start from day one, Rag Bhakti, as told by Vishnu and Raghunath Chandrika. But generally what we see, what we find in our own life, personal example, in your own lives you can see, we start our devotional career practicing Vaidhi Bhakti. But we should not misunderstand that they're sequential. They're not sequential. In other words, you can practice Vaidhi Bhakti for 100,000 births. And it's not that you practice Vaidhi Bhakti for 4 years, then you graduate and go to college, and you graduate and start working. It doesn't work like that. There's people in spiritual missions who have been practicing Vaidhi Bhakti for 55 years. They don't have any idea about Rag Bhakti. They don't have any idea. With Stairati or any following resident of Vrindavan, they had no idea. And I often ask devotees, I meet old devotees, and I ask them, I say, the thing I said, the Krishna appeared before you right now and said, I'll take you to Vrindavan. How will you serve me? What kind of spiritual body will I give you? How will you serve me? I don't know. I'll sell books. I'll lead 24-hour kirtan party. I'll do deity worship. Or cook in the kitchen, deity kitchen. Okay. So Krishna will say, I'll be back. I'll come back when you figure out who you want to follow, how you want to serve me, what your Stairati is, who's your example to follow. Means Rag Bhakti. It is very plainly told that unless you're following Rag Bhakti, you can't go to Vrindavan. Following Rag Bhakti means following a resident of Vrindavan in a particular Stairati. Sorry, what? Sty? No, I don't have a sty. Yeah, get a sty in your eye, some infection. I think you're saying sty, not nayati. Nayati means eye. Stairati. Permanent loving mood towards Krishna. Really, for Adunika Praktana. Praktana is mercy from last life. In this life, right away you start practicing Rag Bhakti. Or Adunika means newly acquired mercy in this life. You begin practicing Rag Bhakti. Any widows singing there?
I think so.
Yes. It's very nice.
One voice less.
Yeah. Yeah.
She used to be part of the choir. 100 ladies singing in the widow's ashram. One Italian opera singer dropped out. She refers to do Leela Smaran instead of singing in kirtan. Question. Yeah.
We hear so much of the writings of the acharyas, Can you say something about the writings of Radha and Krishna? Like maybe their messages or what is their writing?
That's a nice, beautiful question. Question is, we spend so much of our time reading about the writings of our previous acharyas and studying their books. But how do Radha and Krishna write to each other? Is that what you're asking? Yeah, well, because they're in love. So they're not writing philosophy. They're not writing about non-tattva or Vaishnava tattva, Jiva tattva, Prakriti tattva, Kala tattva, Bhagavad tattva. They're writing love letters. That's about it. And what they write is best found in the writings of Chandidas and Vidyapati. There's a book in English, Dasra Sutra, translated their poetry in English. I published a book, I gave it to everybody, didn't I?
Yes, I did all the photos.
Huh?
I did the photos.
What?
I did the photos, all the photos.
You recorded it. What are you saying?
You got the book?
She took photos of the
Yes.
pictures.
Maybe I have another copy. You have it? I'll look for it. Maybe I'll give it to you tomorrow if I find it. It's, so it has songs there basically about Purva Rag. Of course, Radha and Krishna always writing to each other. That's what lovers do. They always write to each other. They talk all the time, or write, or message, what you call them, texting. The Radha Krishna original texters. Adi texters. And they send messages by parrots. They roll up a lotus leaf, write a message on lotus leaf, and give it to a parrot. The parrot takes it by song. Parrot messenger service. PMS. We have SMS and PMS. Parrot messenger service. They use pigeons. In the old days, kings would send messages by pigeons. Pigeons are good message. They're too boring looking now. So Radha Krishna used parrots. And they're, green light, go, go, go.
They're more fast.
They're fast, yeah. They're fast, their visions are very laid back,
They can speak also. Parrots.
Yeah, parrots can see, that's nice one.
Yeah.
Pigeons are pretty dumb. So in Purva before Radha and Krishna actually intimately meet, it's called the infatuation stage, where you're falling in love, infatuation, attraction, infatuation. And so there's many poems by Chandidas and Vidyapati, not many, half a dozen or so, that were describing each other's love. And also in Govinda Lilamrita, in Madhya Lila, Radharani and Krishna get the parrots to talk. And they tell the parrots, so what in effect what's happening is that Radharani is glorifying Krishna. So she says, parrot, tell the glories of Krishna, say Krishna like this and Krishna like that. So Radharani in the Madhya Lila, Radharani is speaking, which she can also write, but she's telling the parrot about the beauty of Krishna's form and qualities. And Krishna tells the parrot, male parrot, we'll talk about the glories of Radharani. So then Krishna tells the parrot what to say. So in that Madhya Lila description, where Radha and Krishna are giving the lines to the parrots, that's a way of, you can say as an example of how they would write to each other. And also, when you see Surata Katamrita, by Vishwanath Chakravarti, and also Rupa Goswami wrote something on the same title.
Suratastakam.
Yeah, Suratastika, it's in Savamala. I think so.
It was my question, where is this two Suratastaka?
Must be in Savamala, it's by Rupa Goswami, small writing, it's all there. So these are love talks in the flower bed with Radha and Krishna. So they can also, that's their speaking, but they also can write that. So to get an idea of what are they writing each other, what they're speaking is also indicates what they're writing. Because what you're thinking, you speak it or you write it. So it's a roundabout way of answering your question. Because tangibly, there aren't so many things that they wrote that you can find out. But mostly, what Radha Krishna's writing is contained in Bengali bhajans. The Bengali bhajans, or Gaudiya Vaisnavas, they focus on Radha Krishna. And they have love letters there, so I'll see if I can find them. Speaking of letters, in Bhakti
Prem Vilas.
Prem Vilas. Prem Vilas by Nityananda Das. At the end of the book, there's a series of letters. Do you have that book? Prem Vilas by Nityananda Das.
No.
It's a biography. It describes Narottam
Shyamananda Prabhu, Narottam Das Thakur and
Srinivas, the famous three. I'll give it to you tomorrow to lend.
I check, maybe I have it.
I think you have it, because you're a big book collector yourself. I'll show it to you and you see. I'll just give it to you, you can recognize it. So Prem Vilas and Chandidas. But in the back there it has letters written from
Jiva Goswami Part 2.
Jiva Goswami to Srinivas back and forth. Jayo, Jayo.
Sorry for late.
Nice hairdo. Cool, look really cool.
This is style.
Yeah, style. You're more stylish though. Your husband, he sent me a picture.
Acha.
Yeah. He said a question about a Manjari or man. Your best fan. You're welcome. Right. So in the Prem Vilas in the end there are some letters. Jiva Goswami. You get an idea of the heart, so heartly they are.
Yes,
It's really nice. So you imagine how much heart devotees have to each other, how much Radha and Krishna have when they write to each other. Love letters of Radha and Krishna. You know, Jiva Goswami writes, I haven't heard from you for some time. My heart is breaking, I'm missing you. Is everything okay? I long to hear from you, please write to me. It's very touching, very nice. Prem Vilas. There's a sample of letters between Jiva Goswami and Srinivas Acharya and Ramchandra Kaviraj and Narottam Das. There were three students of Jiva Goswami. He sent them out preaching on book distribution. That's all I can say. Radhe Shyam.
I have to.
Okay, let's go to driving. Question.
Gurudev, you heard about songs of Baul? So they also have this kind of love. Songs of Baul, B-A-U-L, Bauls.
Yeah, Bengalis, it's all Bengali songwriters, all kinds. The Baals are like a sadhya group. Baul and B-A-U-L in Bengali means crazy guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not crazy, they're just lazy. No, lazy in a sense the bals are usually women and men, Gaudiya Vaisnavas together. They have bal kirtan. Basically, they engage in men-women intimacy in the name of material bhakti. It's one of what's called sadhya group. But they're great kirtan men. Usually the ladies sing the kirtan. The men play violin and estaraj and flutes. And of course, mridanga, kartal, harmonium. They're very good musicians, bals. They wander around, but they're not very much appreciated by respectable Bengalis. Because they're not married and it's like a lot of debauchery. They catch young girls and join the fold, it's like gypsies. Bals. But they have a lot of kirtans that are on Krishna love letters and stuff like that.
I read or I heard, I don't remember long back.
Yeah, they're famous. I mean, there's a lot of ideas out there. The idea they have a lot of sentiments for Radha Krishna. So very soon in one birth or another birth, they'll get in the right position where they'll get liberated. Because they're going from the emotional viewpoint. I mean, bhakti is love, it's emotional. But Krishna doesn't want competition, he wants servants. So there's a difference between competition and serving. So the sadhya groups are kind of competing to co-enjoyers with Krishna. There's some of that mixed in there. So when that go, but the idea is they have a lot of emotion, a lot of devotion. So that is something, and they're absorbed. So these are good qualities to have in bhakti. Bhakti is based on love and emotion and absorption and sentiments. But it's not exactly like the gopis. The gopis are selfless. There's not a gunda, there's not a scent of personal enjoyment. So this is a standard we're trying to follow. So they're a little bit off the center, off the mark. But they're way ahead of anybody in Vaidhi Bhakti. They're light years ahead of people in Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti will take you by Vaikuntha, but Vrindavan is only attained by emotions. Rag means passion, emotion, Rag Bhakti. Shuddha Sattva, emotion which is pure. Selfless and self-forgetful. A very rare combination. Selfless and self-forgetful. Selfless will get you out of the material world. Self-forgetful will get you to Vrindavan. Why do you record it? I don't know. It's okay. Fine. Question. Srinivasi Baba, Radhe. Nice to see you. You okay? Good. Nice.
Another question.
Oh, got an internet?
Yes. What should be our mood or thoughts towards new sampradayas that have come up in the recent years?
Question is, what should be our mood or thoughts towards new sampradayas that have come up in recent years? Love all, respect all, serve all. That's my general motto for life. Love, respect, and serve. In America, they have a phrase, mind your own business.
True. Yes.
So don't worry about all the new sampradayas. just do bhajan. What's the point of getting some opinion? It's a waste of time. Life is very short. Time is shorter. We're short. People say, I'm short on time. Time is shortening our life. Every minute passed, a minute gone. So what is our opinion? What's our viewpoint? New sampradayas come every minute, every day. Who cares? Mushrooms also come up after rainy season. So where you go out, cut the mushrooms or count them or what? Right. Sit at a coffee table under the mushrooms and play cards? Like Alice in Wonderland. Don't worry about it. Shravanam Kirtan Vishnu Smaranam. That's all we have time for. Hearing, chanting, remembering Radha and Krishna. Swarup Siddha Bhakti. Like you have this idea on the internet. Divide your day into 3 parts of 8 hours. 8 hours sleep. 8 hours work hard. 8 hours play. So what's our motto? 6-18. 6 hours sleep, 18 hours do bhajan. Right? Right. She takes rest at 9, gets up at 3, 6 hours. Then 18 hours bhajan. For example. Correct. Do some, hey, why would you know do something I killed Ranch on the Gator last night? Wow. I just what I care. Who cares, man? 6 hour motto 6/18. Plus. Or 9. 10,
10/14.
10, 14. You're on a 10-14 program. 6 at night, 2 in the afternoon. 2 on a change off, and that's 4. That's 10. Okay, right. Oh, turn on that fan. Gopal, turn on the fan. Say 5. Excuse me. Yes.
Maybe something to this question similar to the old sampradayas that are here. Like there are so many old sampradayas in Vrindavan, and generally when different like philosophies or streams they are close together, they are acquainted with each other, or even sometimes they can mix. But one sees in Raj, every line is very much separated for themselves. Did the Rasika Vaishnavas, with the self-realized Vaishnavas, they never like maybe read books of, I don't know, Radha Vallabha or Haridas, or they all stick very strictly to their sampradaya, or what was their mood, because they were living very near together in Vrindavan, so they must know a little about each other, or how was the mood in Vrindavan in all times?
The question is about what was the mood in the old days in Vrindavan when amongst different sampradayas, and well, we see that the mood was very friendly. Maybe it's the effect of Kali Yuga, I don't know, I can't say. The question is about what was the mood among different sampradayas, among Rasik Vaishnavas, advanced souls that of course lived in Vrindavan in the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th century. The mood was very friendly, because we have an example of two sampradayas, Vallabha Sampradaya and Gaudiya Sampradaya. Vallabhacharya had 6 sons, and one of the sons' name is Vittalnath. He was the best friend of Raghunath Das Goswami. And they regularly met and discussed, because Vittalnath was staying in Jatipur and Gaurang, and Das Goswami was staying here in Shamakund, in his bhajan kutir. Their mood was very friendly. In fact, in Stavali, by Raghunath Das Goswami, he writes a prayer to Gopal. And that prayer to Gopal is to Nachi, Gopal Nachi. And he wrote it, and he personally gave it to Vittalnath as a present. Here's a poem I wrote to your Thakurji. Because Das Goswami's Thakurji was Giriraj and Radha Govinda, not particularly Nachi. Because by that time the Vallabhacharyas were worshipping Nachi. Gaudias were worshipping for some time. I mean, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, like that. So the example of Vittalnath and Raghunath Das, they were very friendly. They met regularly, they did bhajan together, they exchanged writings. There are 3 Haridasas. They lived in 3 places. There was Swami Haridas, who lived in Nidhiban. He's this Haridas Sampradaya, Bhakti Vihari. And there's Hidhari Vamsha. Hidhari Vamsha lived in Sevakund during bhajan. Madan Ter in Sevakund. And in Kishoravan, lived
Hariram Vyasji.
Hari Ram Vyas. He called it the 3 Haridas of Braj. The 3 Rasik Haridas. And there's 3 different Sampradayas. And they all lived at the same time. They met regularly, exchanged poems and songs. They're all poets. Hariram Vyas, Hidhari Vamsh, and Haridas Bhankavihari. And one is Vallabha Sampradaya, one is Haridas Sampradaya, Swami Haridas, and Hariram Vyas, I don't know, is a different one. So they lived in the 15th century, and they're all good, they're all Rasik Jans, they're all friends and exchanging writings. But now it's not like that. It's very much isolated. Because there's, I don't know, it's a competitive mood for followers, for likes on Facebook, or I don't know what. But I don't, there's some interaction. Just like there's the Ramanandi Sadhu, famous Ramanandi Sadhu, Vrindavan.
Rajendra Das Ji Maharaj. Pujyapad Rajendra Das Ji Maharaj.
Pujyapad Rajendra Das Ji Maharaj. He's a sannyasi sadhu from Ramanandi Sampradaya. He's very good friends with Pundarika Goswami from Raraman Temple. Very good friends with Gaudiya Sampradaya and Vaishnava from Radha Kunda. Gaudiya Sampradaya. They're very good friends. They do programs together. They Hari Katha together. They meet regularly also. So there's an example. Maybe it's still like that, I don't know. So I would think that they're very friendly and still exchanging. Maybe the same. Because when your question was how the Rasik Jans of different sampradayas associate. Because Rasik Jan means they're advanced Vaishnava. So when you're advanced Vaishnava, you appreciate everyone. And they get together and they, in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, verse number 9, what is the verse? Sorry again, both of you guys.
Machitta Madhgata Prana Bodhayantas Parasparam Tadantasya Mam Nityam Tushyanti Charamanti.
Translation. Yours is.
The devotees were always
Like that way.
devotees were always fixed their hearts in me, and they among themselves they always talk Krishna Katha, and they enjoy in that. Krishna.
They derive
That's
pleasure.
tricky. They derive pleasure.
So Shanti and Ramanti become satisfied and blissful when they talk about Krishna. Their mind becomes satisfied and peaceful, their heart becomes blissful when they talk about Krishna. So this is the experience from time immemorial. Nice question. It's my personal idea. Maybe not correct. I can't really speak authoritatively because I don't mix up much myself. But my perception is, my feeling is, it was much closer in the old days than it is now. My general idea of what I read about 15th century, 14th, 15th, 16th century, the different sampradayas met together and exchanged. The Rasijan, the advanced devotees meet regularly and exchange their writings and their teachings and friendship. Now everyone is very busy doing their Bhagavad Saptas and preaching and expanding. That's my general idea. I may be wrong, but I feel like that. You know, we always say old is gold. Old times were better than new times. But it's hard to say. Other question? You guys have any question? You have a question? Yeah. What's her name? Your name Krishnadasi? Krishnadasi. You're her friend, isn't it?
Yes.
You said my friend Krishnadasi. Yeah, Krishnadasi.
The ladder of yoga, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama.
What?
The ladder of yoga, yama, niyama.
Yoga ladder, okay, what about it?
Yes,
Dharana is part of that ladder.
and doing japa is important to develop it. So I want to ask about other parts, like yan, yan. What are the other 5 parts of yoga?
So chanting dharana is important. So how I know that dharana is important while chanting. What about the other 5? Like yama, niyama, asana, pranayama.
About chanting.
Yeah, when chanting.
No,
Dharana.
for chanting dharana is important.
Yeah, for chanting dharana is important. What about the other 5?
What are the other parts? The question is, what are the other yama? What is it?
What is yama? What is niyama? What is asana? What is pranayama? What is pratyahara? What is dharana? What is dhyana? What is samadhi?
All yoga observes the 8 steps of the yoga ladder, whether it's karma yoga, bhakti yoga, or jnana yoga. So any limb of bhakti yoga you're practicing, you'll be observing the 8 steps of yoga. Whether you're chanting or doing puja or studying shastra, you're going to be following the 8 steps of yoga. Yama niyama. Niyama means rules, how to chant japa. So those are described in Hari Bhakti laws. Don't walk and chant. There's no japa walk, is bogus. Chanting in the car is no good. It has rules, it's called niyam, rule, do's and don'ts. Don't do this, do this. Don't walk, that's it. Yama and niyama is sit in one place. And asana, you should have a particular japa asana, which you do japa, you do puja, you do shastra sadhya, you study shastra. It should be made of wool or kusha grass or silk. And you should face north or east, or be next to Tulsi, or next to Thakurji, or Shalagram, or Guruji. So this all comes under the category of asana, yama, niyama, asana. 3 things are there every step of bhakti, all these 3 things. So yama, niyama, asana, that's the first 3. Then pranayama. Automatically, when you're doing japa, your pranayama becomes regulated. Your inhalation, exhalation, holding, all becomes regulated. So it's not a separate endeavor. Super soul does it automatically. What do they call it? Parasympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic nervous system. It goes in automatic control. Breathing automatically becomes perfectly adjusted when you chant japa. That's pranayama. So yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, and then there's pratyahara. Pratyahara means withdrawing your, stop vikshepa. Vikshepa means distraction in yoga. So withdraw the senses and fix on what you're doing. Fix on your puja, fix on your japa, fix on your study, fix on your smaran, fix on your meditation. That's called pratyahara. Withdrawing. Withdraw yourself. And dhara means holding your attention on your puja, holding your attention on your smaran, holding on your japa, holding on your study. So that's called dharana. Then as dharana increases, it becomes dhyana. Dhyana means extended dharana. Complete meditation on one thing, on your puja, on your takriti, on your book, on your japa, on your mantra. So in every practice of every limb of bhakti involves it. Then
Samadhi.
dhyana, then dhruva anusriti is the seventh limb. That means continuous absorption, moment to moment, in the holy name, in your puja, in your study, in your meditation. Then samadhi, which is equivalent to prema. Dhruva anusriti is bhava. Dhyana is the sakti. And what's the other one? Dharana is ruchi. You know the steps of bhakti? Shraddha.
Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema.
So this is how it goes. You understand? Have a question more? Another question.
Later.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I was reading your book.
Okay.
So you said that surrender and devotion gives the name appears in the tongue, dependent from the devotion and surrender of the child. So how much this devotion sharnagati is important for the child?
What she said?
Surrender and devotion brings name to stay on the tongue. So
Yeah.
how we can
How you surrender?
surrender and devotion?
The same book you're reading there, it describes 6 types of surrender. So follow those. Look up that verse, it's in there.
Anakolya Sasa.
Anakoyasya sankalpa pradikoyasya varjana. Vikshishititi vishwasya gochuchayiranantata. Avanuksheva karpanyesa sadhya sharanagati. Rupa Goswami describes 6 citizens of surrender. So you have to work on these. I think it's described in that book also. It's also in Hari Bhakti Vilas and Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya chapter 22, verse 100. It's also in Bhakti Rasa Sindhu also, isn't it? It says 6 types of surrender. Accept everything favorable for serving Krishna and reject everything unfavorable. Be convinced that Krishna will protect you. Accept Krishna as your maintainer and protector. And be fully surrendered and be humble. So I have to check on how much you're surrendered, by how much you're humble, how much you're depending on Krishna as your maintainer and protector. So you have to measure yourself. So increase all those ideas of surrender, then you'll be more surrendered. That's how it works.
Yes, actually to chant Mahamatra means to become surrendered.
So you're exhibiting these qualities of surrender, Krishna will be happy and sit on your tongue when you chant.
Like if you don't have this surrender, then the Holy
Krishna won't sit on your tongue. It'll sit in your mind. No, I'm serious. If you're not surrendered, Krishna will sit in your mind. You'll hear the chanting in your mind, or you won't taste it. If you're surrendered, Krishna will sit in your mind, you'll taste it with your tongue. That's called Ruchi. Everyone knows if they chant Hare Krishna for some time, they know what it tastes like. You think so? 6 hours a day in a samadhi chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Ladies team. Enriched. Eindrani and Enriched. 15 years chanting. Ladies Kirtan party in Prabhupada Samadhi. She was in charge. The Indra graduate. Indra Kirtan school graduate. Okay, anybody else has a question? You were going to ask a question?
This morning I was reading a book of conversations with my Param Gurudev, and this topic of Agyata Sukriti came up, and him and the questioner are kind of going back and forth about it, and at the end of each response of Maharaji, he says, there's no such thing as Agyata Sukriti. Or he says, there is no such term as Agyata Sukriti. He's saying that it's not, there's no philosophical basis for it, or there's no Shastric basis for it. And this came as news to me because in my previous Sangha, it was spoken of a lot, Agyata Sukriti, this concept.
Yeah.
So, I'm wondering if you know where this concept originated.
I know. Thank you for your question. It's a little touchy question because most of the world follows this idea of Agyata Sukriti. But the question, where does Agyata Sukriti comes from? It comes from IGM. Not to be confused with IBM. IBM is International Business and Machines. IGM is ISKCON Gaudiya Math. The originator of the concept is Bhaktivinoda Thakur and was further propagated by Bhakti Siddhanta and further propagated by Bhakti Vedanta. But the term is nowhere in the Goswami writings. So your latest teacher is quite correct, based on traditional Gaudiya Siddhanta. I think just the idea, just to give a little broader picture of the idea, that Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a very intelligent person, very innovative. He was trying to make bridges between philosophical points, but try to make things logical to the Western mind. Indian mind is also Western mind now for the last 100 years, 150 years. But a lot of spiritual concepts are as Satsang Das Babaji says, they're not irrational, they're not rational, they're trans-rational. They're rational, but on a spiritual plane. On a spiritual, they're reasonable, but not on a material plane. On a material plane, they sound to our rational mind irrational and nonsensical, because our minds are limited. They can't understand. Anadi Bahirmukh, beginning of this ignorance. Where do we come from? We've been here forever. Who created us? Nobody. We weren't created, we're eternal. You know, it's hard to fit in our box mind. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he tried to make so many bridges between the different things. And in doing that, he made a lot of confusion. Because he went against the Goswamis. Because the Goswamis in the 15th century, they accepted the principle called Achintya Shakti. And the Sundarbas, what's the word for amazing? Amazing? Yeah. Bhuta Shakti. Unless you can accept, Jiva Goswami said, unless you can accept that the absolute truth is inconceivable and amazing, you can't advance in bhakti. So in other words, some things cannot be understood, cannot be explained with language. So Jiva Goswami makes that as a precedent to establish his preaching platform. That Krishna is Adhokshaja, he's inconceivable to the senses, and he's amazing, Abhuta Shakti. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he didn't surrender to that idea of Jiva Goswami, tried to be a little more intelligent and explain it. Made a lot of confusion in the world. So now, because all the ancient teachings of the Goswamis are in English, people are very learned now, and they say, wait a minute, this doesn't match up. So better stick with the 6 Goswamis. Your knowledge now is quite good. Whoever your teacher is now is teaching you correctly. But that's the origin. But just to defend the IGM, because I was a member of it for 38 years until 2013, from 1975, that's a long time. He's trying to make bridges, but he failed a lot of time. It creates a lot of confusion. Because he and his son are both very intelligent and very good writers. Bhakti Siddhanta and Bhaktivinoda Thakur. They made a lot of confusing things that aren't Siddhanta, that are against the Upanishads, against the Vedas, and against the teachings of 6 Goswami. That's a hard thing to swallow, but that's a fact. Thank you. Nice question. You know how to shake things up, you know.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I like it. Because basically, you gotta get the truth, you know. So you're looking for truth, and that's why you're going from guru to guru, trying to find the truth. That's good. That's what life is for. I try to approach controversy with a little middle road look. Not like, they're no good. They're good, but because I study all those books, deeply, all those books. So I have some appreciation for it, but ultimately I retired. I gave up on all that because it doesn't match. You can't put your foot in 2 boats and cross the river. You're gonna end up in the. That's okay. You end up in the water. Put one foot this way, one foot that. Okay, guys, go. Move. You won't cross the water; you'll just get wet. So I can be with the Goswamis or be with IGM. So I'm with the Goswami. Because my guru is representative of them. Oh, that's fine.
It's playing.
Oh, it's fine. Be quiet. Brother, a question. What's up? Wow. Translator.
Why when we are practicing, when we are very young, we practice with big enthusiasm. But after 25, 30 years, material senses and desires overwhelmed us, and to practice it become very difficult. What to do with this?
Okay, I think I got it. Question is, when we're young and we take up Bhakti Bhajan, we're enthusiastic and energetic, and to practice very excitedly and steadily practice Bhakti Bhajan, hearing, chanting, remembering Krishna. After 25 years, we run out of gas. Run out of petrol, they say. So what's the question? So okay, that happens.
What to do?
What to do?
How to feel.
Fill up your tank with more gas. Put more petrol in your tank. So the basic question is, how do we stay enthusiastic over a long time? Squirrels are really enthusiastic. You have to associate with enthusiastic devotees. Everything comes by association. The reason you get slow and get retarded in your bhakti is because of bad association. Husband, mother-in-law, father-in-law, kids, school teachers, job, clients, customers, rent, lawyers, judges. Material energy wears you down, slows you down, takes away your enthusiasm for bhakti. So come every Sunday. Because some people have been practicing for 50 years and they're still enthusiastic. I've been practicing bhakti for 50 years. If I didn't have a heart attack 5 years ago, I'd be jumping off the wall right now. I mean, it's as strong as this guy. This guy's strong and energetic. Oh, an old dog. Don't have any energy. I had a stroke, I don't have much power. Well, enthusiastic. Because I always stay close to Guru and close to sadhus. No wife, no kids, no mother-in-law, nobody around. Just Rupa Goswami here, Raghunath Goswami here, Viraj here. That's good. So read more, hear more Katha, associate more with Vaishnavas, and you'll get pickup. Anyway, it's because like bhakti is like a curve, it goes like up and down. So now you're like slow, middle-aged slow. By the end of your life, you'll be fast. You have to always remember that too. End of your life, you have a lot of stored energy, stored bhakti. It will come to your aid when you get free from husband and mother-in-law, kids. You'll take off like a rocket ship. Guaranteed. So now just tolerate your slow time. It's like growing. Like a kid's growing, he can't do much. He can hardly walk and run. He's a little kid, 5, 6, 7 years old. When he gets 15, 16, 18, then he's got power. He can do anything and everything. So you have a lot of, you're building up your bhakti. Bhakti's increasing every day, although you're not very enthusiastic, for different reasons. Those reasons will disappear after a time, and your bhakti will explode like a volcano. Volcano looks like it's sitting there, there's nothing going on, and one day, boom. So one day, boom. Guaranteed. There are too many weights on your head right now. Weights. Weight. Too much weight on your back. Like a backpack, a rucksack with 50 kilos. Try to go down prickle with 50 kilos on your back. Take it out of the room. So 50 kilos. Pati, bacha. Yeah, exactly. Ah. So happy days are coming. You have no teeth, you're still, you play harmony, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna. Your teeth will fall out, you'll still pump the harmonium, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Still be rocking out. Going like this, really slow.
Можно еще добавить, что энтузиазм очень был important, чтобы
Radhe Shyam, Jaya Sri Radhe, Radhe Radhe. I got it.
И у меня
The editing, some edition.
Okay.
So I've heard that before I was thinking that for one life, this very life, we can get I can get perfection. But when I've heard that it's like not possible, we need few lives, so I got so like it took out my enthusiasm. I become more less.
Question is, I had, when I started Bhakti Bhajan, I had the impression that in this one life I could attain spiritual perfection and go to Krishna Loka when I died. But then I came to learn a lot, and I realized it's not so easy to attain prema. And I heard someone say it takes 3 births, and then I lost my enthusiasm. I lost my determination. So what's what to do?
So that's why enthusiasm, there is less enthusiasm.
Что у меня еще следующая жизнь, это
В чем вопрос?
No, well, let's look at this question now. There's a principle, it's a symptom of Baba Bhakti called Asha Bandha. Asha means hope, Bandha means bound. Bandha, bound. Bound by hope. We're surrounded by hope. Hope against hope. So that principle works for every bhakta. We have hope that I'm going to get perfection in this life. And there's many examples to inspire me. Narada Muni, first canto, he got it one life, he went to Krishna. Putna was a witch. The witch, she wore a sari, a yellow sari like that. And she got Krishna. So, and why? Because she died in Vrindavan. So Vrindavan has an influence. And dressing like a devotee has an influence. And approaching Krishna. So anything's possible. But we try, every devotee tries to get perfection in his life. And that drives us on. Our hope, I'm going to make it in this life. My Guru Maharaj told me, never think you're not going to make it in this life. Never think for a second you're not going to make it. Just say, think positively, and just keep doing bhakti. Anything's possible. That's the proper attitude. But you should also be patient. If I don't make it this life, okay, I'm ready for the next life. My particular outlook, I'm practicing for 50 years. I don't have Krishna Prema, I don't have Baba Bhakti. So to go to Krishna, I have Prema. But I saw some years, so maybe I'll get prayed tomorrow, maybe next year, 5 years. Or if I take another verse, I'm not afraid of that. I don't care. I'd like to get praying. I'm gonna very enthusiastically get praying. And I think with the blessing of my guru, my bhajan, I'll get praying in this life. If I take another life, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna enthusiastically practice Krishna Bhakti to the last minute. Don't give up, don't be slow. Just turn on the gas and go. Step on the gas and go, I should say. Gas pedal, boom, go. Don't be unhappy, don't be slow, step on the gas and go. Because, Rupa Goswami says in 5 linens of bhakti, Pachanga Bhakti, if you do these things very quickly, you get Baba. Live in Vrindavan, chant Krishna, read Bhagavatam, worship Thakurji, associate with Vaishnava. Pachanga Bhakti. He said it twice. He mentioned it twice in that Bhakti Rasvita Sindhu. He says, Baba Vajaya. Baba rises, appears in the heart very quickly. What's the word, quickly? Matra.
Achirena.
She's alpha sparsha or something.
Alpasparshopajayate. Bhavopajayate.
Alpha sparsha Baba Vajayate. Just a little contact with Vrindavan, little contact with Holy Name, little contact with Bhagavatam, little contact with sadhana, little contact with puja, you get Baba, Prema. Rupa Goswami is saying. So that's where our hope is in the words of Rupa Goswami. Our hope is to Raghunath Das, Rupa Raghunath Padi Haryakati. I'm eagerly following Rupa and Raghunath. If you're feeling bliss and you don't have Baba and Prema, imagine how much bliss you'll feel when you have Baba and Prema. We're in the North of Liberty, we're feeling blissful. What's it going to be like when we get Ruchi, Mr. Ruchi? Bob, go crazy with bliss. Too much mother-in-law. O-D, M-I-L-O-D. Overdose. M-I-L. Mother-in-law. O-D. What's the medicine for that? Take a vacation, man. Tell your mother, I'm going on vacation. Why? To get away from you. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Question. Krishnadasi.
Possessiveness.
Possessiveness. Possessiveness.
Possessiveness.
What is this possessiveness?
What?
What is possessiveness?
What is possessiveness?
What is it?
For material things.
For material things. Possessiveness for material things.
Question. Question. What is the question?
Sure. What is possessiveness?
Yeah, I want you to understand.
Tasha does want to understand what's possessiveness.
She wants to understand possessiveness. What is the meaning?
Possessiveness.
What is that mean? Possessiveness for material things. What is that?
What?
Possessiveness for material things. What is that
For
mean?
material?
She wants to understand that.
What does it mean, possessiveness for material things? Means you're infected with greed. Greed, lobha. You're a lowy wally. Loby wally. Greedy girl. You just take what you.
Every being has possessiveness. Everybody is possessing their body, everything that is connected to the body. And how to understand that? That
Everybody has
is-
some possessiveness for his body, for his things. How to understand that?
Well, possessive. Basically, we need certain things to live, and Krishna makes arrangements for everyone to get what they need to live. House, clothing, food. These are necessities of life, but we shouldn't be attached to anything. That's the idea. That's the teaching of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 10 through 30. You should study Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 10 through 30, describes who is the Atma and who is the body. The Atma doesn't have any need for anything. The body has all needs. So Krishna provides necessities for our life, so we take what we need and not more than what we need. We eat to live, we don't live to eat. We eat simple food, dressed in simple clothes, live in a simple house, and do bhajan. And always know that everything I have is given to me by God, and it's owned by God. That's the teaching of Isha Upanishad.
Ishavasyavidam sarvam yachincha jagatyam jagat. Tena tektena bhunjita ma.
This body does not, I'm talking to you, you should look at me while I'm talking to
I'm
you.
listening, I'm trying to-
Well, look at me too. So what I'm saying is this body is a gift of God. So He gave us a body, so He gives us food and clothing and money and everything. Makes all arrangements. Everything is done by God. So we offer it back to God. It belongs to Him, not us. We have it on loan. We're renting this body. So where's the room for possession? Everything belongs to Him. Like we get a book. Prabhupada told us we get a book. In the front of the book we write C.O. What does it say? Read this. What does it say inside this book?
Care of Mahanidhi Swami.
He told us to write a book. C/O, your name. Means care of. It's not my book. It's in my care. It belongs to Krishna. So that's the whole thing. Our body, every body care of Krishna. So everything I have is a gift of Krishna. So where's the room to think that it's mine? Ahamameti, I am mine. That's Maya. To think mine is Maya. It's not yours, it's Krishna. Krishna gave the body, Krishna gives you the pran, Krishna gives you the life, Krishna gives you energy, Krishna gives you the food, water, air, light, everything's from Krishna. It all belongs to Krishna. We're just taking our quota because He's our Father. He's giving us enough to live and get by. But there's no room. Possession doesn't exist for a devotee. I don't own anything. Everything belongs to Krishna. Like in sadhu life, if someone comes to you and says, "Oh, I like your sweater," if someone says that, the son immediately takes off his sweater and gives it to you. If someone comes to you and says they like anything you have, you should give it away. And it saves them and it saves you also. It saves your possessive idea and it saves the person from more greed. So many people will come here and see me, oh, I like this, I didn't take it. Because they like it, they want it, they want it, so just give it to them. Unless it's your wife. You don't give your wife away.
Okay.
I like your wife, okay. Take her. Possessions. This is a law among saintly people. So what do you own? What do you own? You own nothing. You're born with nothing, you die with nothing. So what do you own? You own nothing. All you are is Atma. What's the first thing the baby learns to do?
Crying.
Hold on to something.
Yeah.
He starts grabbing everything. This is mine, this is mine, this is mine. Then he dies, he lets go. So this represents possessive, holding on. That's why we're told to give charity with our right hand. Open hand means let go of possessiveness. Charity is very good to give. With this hand we want to grab and hold. With this hand we should give. Give food, give money. I was walking back yesterday from voting, or where was it? Friday from voting. They pay your fingernail, so you can't go to vote twice. It takes like 2 weeks to get this paid off. So I was walking there, some kid came up to me and said, buy me ice cream. I said, okay. He's about 8 years old. So I went to the store, and he goes there all the time, I guess. And he got ice cream. I asked the guy how much. He said 10 rupees. I gave 10 rupees. Kid disappeared. So it's nice feeling, you know. Okay, good. So you want to get free from possessiveness, give charity. Give food, give clothing, give some money. That'd be good. If you read Gita, you understand we don't own anything. What do you own? You created cotton? You have clothes that are made of cotton, wool, cotton. You created those things? No, he created it. So he created it, belonged to him. I bought them. Who gave you the money? Chase everything to the owner is Krishna. All he possesses is not aham. All he can say aham. I am. I am Atma. Meri Shivatma. I'm Shiva. Shivatma. That's it. What I have, I have me. I have Atma. Was. My earrings, my necklace, my clothes. Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. What time is it?
4:36.
Did you answer that question? Any other questions? You have any questions? Okay. KD.
Surrender. What is it?
What is surrender?
Surrender.
What does it mean by surrender?
How to? Is it like how should I know that I really that I am surrendered?
What's the question?
How do I know that I am surrendered to Lord?
Question is, how do I know I'm surrendered to the Lord? Go to a spiritual master, fall at his feet, and humbly beg the spiritual master to accept you for Diksha. Then live your whole life under the instruction and teaching of the Guru. That means you're surrendered. Hear what I say?
Follow instructions of Guru after Diksha Moses.
You submit your Man Tan Dan Guru Samarpan. Man Tan Dan means your body, your mind, your assets, your talent, your ability. You worship, you surrender and worship Guru with those things. Guru Padashraya, take shelter of the feet of Guru. Say, I surrender my life to you, take me to Krishna. What should I do? And he'll tell you, do this, do that, do this, do that. Then you follow these teachings and instructions of your Guru, means you're surrendered. It's not very difficult. I have a couple of little books called Sweet Notes 1 and Sweet Notes 2. And one of those sweet notes says, the surrender is the biggest revolution in a person's life. Surrender is the biggest revolution in a person's life. Very hard to surrender. Where we don't like to surrender. We're trained from beginning, from birth, to be independent, to have no faith in God and not to surrender. So that's why devotees have a very difficult time. Because they're taught to be independent, self-reliant, independent, powerful individuals. I don't surrender to nobody. Self-made woman, self-made man, professional. So the idea of surrender and submission is far, far away from everyone. They don't have any idea of it, don't have any touch with it, don't want to. So it's very difficult when we're trained from birth to not be surrendered. It's very difficult to be submissive and surrendered to some guru. We want independence. But that's an illusion. Independence is an illusion. Grand illusion. Maya.
Why?
Why it's so?
Why is that so?
Why is it so? Because we depend on, I just explained to you how everything, we depend on Krishna for everything. Air, water, breath, but digesting our food. It's a lie. There's no such thing as independence. Doesn't exist. Krishna says in Gita, the Atma is part of him. So I'm not dependent, I'm dependent on Krishna. 15th chapter, Gita, verse 7.
Mamevamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta
Not
sama.
15:7.
Not
14.
in chapter 14.
15:7, I think it's
Yes,
15:7. Look it
Mamevamsho
up.
jiva loke jiva bhuta sama. 15
Krishna
chapter.
says the jiva is part of me. So we're part of Krishna, we're dependent on Krishna. How are we independent? It's a joke.
It's good, correct. 15 sir. Mamevamsho jiva loke jiva.
How are we dependent? Explain how are you independent? You just explain. Now my question to you, how are you independent? Are you dependent on water?
Like I can think that I can read the Swami's books and go by myself. Why I need to follow instructions?
I can read Goswami's books and I can go myself. I can go by myself. Why I have to follow the instructions? She's saying, you asked, so she's
If
saying.
you read the Goswami books, like you said, I'm my own guru. I just read Goswami books. I'll attain perfection. That's what you said.
This is one of the independent way.
Yeah.
She's thinking.
But if you do read the Goswami books, what do they say in the Goswami books? Surrender the guru. So you're checkmated. You're defeated by your own philosophy. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to comment that also if you're reading the Goswami's books, that means that you're not your own guru. Because then you wouldn't need to read the Goswami's books.
Excuse me?
I was just going to make the point that you're not your own guru if you need to read somebody else's books.
You're submitting to the Goswamis.
No, but when it comes to the person, elders.
Well, that's the point anyway. You already have a guru. What are you trying? You're just making a lot of noise. That's your intelligent question. You have a guru, you're surrendered to a guru, you're serving a guru, so ask questions that are realistic. Don't just argue for the sake of arguing. It's a waste of time. Your time, my time. Ask questions which will help you in bhajan, help you increase your attachment to Radha Krishna. This is valuable. Don't just shoot the breeze. Radhisha. Okay, no more questions? No that question? Sir, you have any question? Babaji? Jaya Jaya Sri Radhe. Where's Prasada? Federica has a Prasada.